Hey people, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. In today's video, I'm sharing an amazing recipe of how to make delicious, unique and special meat pie. This is one recipe you will love to have. Now, let's get to business. For the ingredients I have 1 kg of seed flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, a dash of cinnamon powder, a dash of rosemary leaves, little curry powder, carrots, green, yellow and red peppers, spring onions, chopped onions, 1 seasoning cube, all 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 cup of cold water, ice cold water. Then 500 grams of margarine, minced beef meats, and then 2 eggs. Now, I'll start by adding butter into a hot pan. Then in goes the onions. I'll allow these onions to fry for a while. I'm going to stir it. I'll allow it to fry until it's fragrant for about a minute or so. I'll allow it to fry for a while. I'm going to stir it once again. Then in goes the chopped ginger, and I'm going to stir for about a minute or so. Then in goes the beef, the minced beef. I'm going to break it into pieces and begin to combine. I'll stir properly. Then I'm going to add a little curry powder, black pepper, rosemary leaves. I'm going to stir. Then I add my seasoning. I'm going to stir once again to properly combine. I will stir, keep stirring. Then in goes the salt. And I'll stir to combine properly. I'm going to combine this properly. Then I'll proceed to add the carrots. The carrots have been added to the minced meat. Then I pour the Irish potato. I'm going to stir this to combine also. I will stir this properly to combine. The Irish potato, the carrot and the minced beef. I'm going to stir this to properly combine. I'll keep stirring. I'll allow this to cook for a while. Then in goes the yellow pepper and then the red peppers and then the green peppers. Then I'm going to stir this. Stir all the ingredients together. I will do this for a while. I'll keep stirring gently. Then in goes the spring onions. I'll also stir this to combine. I need to stir this for a while. Then in goes the slurry. Slurry is made of corn flour and water. I'll stir properly to combine. I will stir this properly for everything to combine. So our filling for the meat pie is ready. We're going to set this aside and proceed to the flour. In the flour, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, seasoning cube, cinnamon powder, and I will stir this. I'm going to stir the dry ingredients to properly combine. And I'll proceed to add the butter, the margarine, to the flour. I'm going to add the margarine, the 500 grams of margarine to the flour. And I will start combining it. I will start rubbing in the margarine into the flour. I'll rub it in. I will rub it in completely, gently. I'll keep doing this. I'll do it gradually. I'll keep rubbing it until it is properly combined. And until it becomes crumbs-like. Then I'll proceed to make a well in the flour and add some eggs and then ice cold water. 1 cup of ice cold water. I'll start folding it in gradually until the flour absorbs the water. I'll gradually fold this in until the flour completely absorbs the water and it forms a dough. Then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I put it in the Ziploc bag and keep it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. After 40 minutes, I brought out the dough. And I cut it into smaller sizes that I need. That's the cutter I'm using. So I'm going to roll out the dough till it's flat. After rolling it out, when it's very flat, I will place it on the meat pie cutter. When I place it on the meat pie cutter, I'm going to add the filling, the meat pie filling, onto one side of the cutter. And I will gently lift up one side of the cutter and fold it. I will lift one side of the cutter to cut. I will press it tightly and cut out the excess. And I'm going to line it up on the baking paper, which is lined up in an oven tray. I will do this. I'll do the same thing to the rest of the dough. I'll bring out a small amount of dough, roll it out till it's flat. And then I'll place it again on the meat pie cutter. Add some filling onto it. One thing we have to make sure is you have to press down the dough inside the cutter to make sure it sits properly in the cutter. You press it down and put the filling. Put like 2 spoons, depending on how much filling you want. Then you lift on the cutter, fold it over, press it down, cut out the excess. This excess I'm cutting out, I will still use it. I will combine it with other leftovers and roll it out again. Also, I will line up the baking tray with all the meat pie dough. Then I'll proceed to egg wash. I'll proceed to glaze the meat pie with egg and the brush. I'll apply to every meat pie on tray. When I'm through with this, I'll now start poking some holes on the meat pie. I'll poke like two holes onto each meat pie dough. I'll do this till I touch every one of them with the fork. Then I'll proceed to bake. So I'm going to leave this in the oven. The oven has been preheated, so I will bake for 30 minutes to 40 minutes until they are golden brown. It's important to know that you should check the cooking of the meat pie in the oven to make sure they are cooking properly, to make sure they don't get burnt. So after 35 minutes, I checked and they are already nicely brown. The kitchen smells beautiful. The aroma from the kitchen is out of this world. And the meat pie is ready. I decided to open it up. Just look at all the goodness. Very yummy and very inviting. Our meat pie is ready, guys. I hope you try this. Let me know what you think of this recipe in the comment section. Please like my video, share my video, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It will do us a lot of good. Please subscribe to the channel. Help our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.